Hey there, I'm Chris Panek, Certified Public Accountant, Certified Coach, and the host of the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast. And I want to welcome you to this new series that I'm doing on this podcast. My intention is to drop one of these additional episodes every Monday while I continue to provide you with the regular Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast episodes, which will continue to help you take control of and understand your business finances with topics that ultimately impact your bottom line. I have many business owners, accountants, and other high-stress professionals who listen to this podcast, and I want to get more help out there for individuals like you when it comes to mastering your mindset. I'll be taking a few moments each week to touch on topics that many high-stress professionals are dealing with and provide solutions to help you increase your overall well-being. Because I know your time is valuable, just like the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, my goal is to keep these episodes short and straight to the point, but full of useful information to help you succeed in not only your professional life, but your personal life as well. Setting boundaries can be tricky. And once you set a boundary, it's so important to make sure that you're following through with the boundary that you set. Setting boundaries is not about threatening someone or telling them how they should behave. Setting boundaries is all about following up with your own actions. Boundaries are about what you'll do if someone does something that you don't give them permission to do. It's about saying what you will do if this person continues to do the behavior. Quite a few of my clients think that when they say no to something, that this is setting a boundary. Saying no to something is allowing yourself to tell someone how you truly feel about the situation. If you feel yourself having trouble saying no to something, just know that if and when you say yes and you really want to say no, you're not telling the truth or you're lying. You're not telling the truth about what you truly want or don't want to have happen. How many times have you said yes to something when you were thinking about how much you didn't want to do it? I think this is one area where we all struggle a little. But learning how to say no and doing it in a graceful way is an option that's available to you at any time. We all know how to say no to something. You never have to say no to something and do it in a negative way. You can say no and feel good about it in the process. Did you know that you can even say no without offering any explanation? You don't have to say yes to something just because you're worried about what they will think about you. The true test here is that you want to ask yourself how you're feeling when you say yes or no. Do you feel good about what you tell people? If you don't feel good about what you say, you'll immediately feel negative about the situation, and that probably means that you're not telling the truth. This is when you'll find yourself people-pleasing or telling others what they want to hear rather than what you are feeling, often to get them to like you. Can you think of a time when you said something to someone just to please them, when, in fact, you were having all kinds of negative feelings about the situation? Learning how to say no will also help you say yes to the things that you really want to be doing in your life. Be honest with yourself and how you want to respond to situations in your life, and watch how much your life can improve by simply telling the truth about how you're feeling. If you'd like to continue listening to the rest of this podcast, I invite you to sign up for my free private podcast, where I do a deeper dive into this topic on the Mastering Your Mindset Moments podcast for high-stress professionals. When you're busy working in a high-stress profession, it's often hard to accomplish what you truly want in your life. This private podcast offers solutions that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can not only achieve your goals, but increase your sense of purpose, satisfaction, and lead a more fulfilling and enjoyable life. You can sign up at financialadventure.com/private to hear about the solutions that I provide on this topic. I'll post links to this and other valuable resources for business owners, accountants, and other high-stress professionals where you're listening to this podcast.